It is a close season staple. Welcome to EFL Championship Home Kits Ranked from worst to best, part one. Because what we're going to do this season, being as I get so fed up of this general drip of kit releases through the month of July, we're just going to crack on with the ones we've got so far. There are 14 out, and then what we'll do at the back end of the month, in fact, it's going to be August, because I have looked at some of the release dates before we can actually do the final rankings, but we can start putting certain kits into certain boxes. Are they the best or are they the worst? Now, a lot of our channel is subjective. This is probably the absolute tip of the iceberg. So, look, anything goes here in the comments, in which case, just please be cognizant that somebody in the known universe might really not like a kit that you really like, and vice versa. It's all opinion, and you're allowed to say what you like within reason in the comments. Let's get into the 14 kits we've got so far. I'm going to go in alphabetical order through the league. Look, it's Monday the 7th of July today. I'm sure a kit will literally be released the second I upload this, so we will catch up with anything that hasn't been released through the month of July. And we'll start with Birmingham City, headline grabbing Birmingham City with a little Nike number. They've had the undefeated sponsor for a few seasons now, haven't they? And I suppose the most striking thing about the Birmingham kit, I've got to say it's a lovely, lovely shade of blue, is the gold detail here on the badge and on the sponsor and on the Nike, I was going to say tick there, swoosh, swoosh, swoosh. That kind of sets everything off. I'm sure fans, a lot of jealousy from fans when they're looking at Birmingham now, are going to get very triggered by the golden detail, thinking that that's a little bit self-confident, but what are you going to do, hey? So, look, does it blow me away? No. Is it pretty nice? Yeah. I think I like that one, but I'm not sure it's going to go right into the top of the rankings. But hey, look, we'll see what else is coming. And what is next is Blackburn Rovers there. Now, we normally give Blackburn a little bit of stick because they're often too busy. They often have the blue and white halves, and then there'll be a light blue shade and a dark blue shade. There's always a red detail as well for the rose. And it can get a little bit crazy. Get a little crazy. But I think that's pretty nice, actually. I think, look, the collar's half and half, flip reverse, isn't it? Which is quite busy. But I think that's one of the better Blackburn ones for a while. However, I don't know if this is deliberate. I don't know what Venky's will think of this. I'm pretty sure I've seen a shot of a big Venky's logo on the left shoulder that seems to be being blocked by either roses or somebody turning to their right-hand side. So I'm not entirely sure what Venky's will make. The owners and the main sponsors have kind of, let's block that Venky's logo out. I think I'm right about that. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. But yeah, I'm pretty high on that Blackburn one, I've got to say. Store that. There is Charlton Athletic here. Welcome back to the Championship. I've got to apologise to Charlton fans. I'm not that big a fan of this. I think the reason I'm not necessarily feeling it is because when you go a little bit fadey with different shades of red and some white there, and the colours aren't necessarily popping, I don't know, it starts to weaken the red, and, you know, it gets a bit pinky, doesn't it? I don't know. You tell me. Maybe I'm wrong. Reebok is the maker, and I like the fact they've incorporated the black, white, and red, which is traditional for Charlton. But yeah, not necessarily that I'm getting the punch of the red there. Let me know your thoughts in the comments there. So I think I'm at Blackburn at the moment. Oh, I like that. So this is Derby County here. I mean, look, we always get comments about Fan Hub and other big companies that end in hub. We'll say no more than that. But I think this is a callback. And look, a lot of these are. It's like we put a kit out every year. What's the gimmick going to be this year? We're calling back 25, 35, 40 years, whatever. But I think this goes back to the mid-90s. And I think, do you know what? I think actually works really well. It's just the little yellow detail there, popping it on the collar and on the sleeve as well. I like the shape of the collar. Sometimes the black and white monochromy can look a little bit boring, but that's pretty good. I'd have that alongside Blackburn and Derby. I can think of John Eustace there, who managed both teams last season. But yeah, not bad that Derby one. Oh, here we go. Ipswich Town. There's Sammy Smodics doing his goal celebration. Let's be completely biased here. I'll throw my neutrality out of the window that I hope I see many times next season. Now, what happens here is the comments go mad, because if I praise Ipswich, people will accuse me of, because I'm an Ipswich fan, just being biased. And if I criticise Ipswich fans say I'm overcorrecting for the fact that I'm an Ipswich fan and going too far the other way to pay lip service to everybody else. You're both full of crap if you think that. I'll try and tell the truth on Ipswich. So this is a callback as well to like a Fison's kit, I think from the 80s. Look, it's okay. I'm not blown away by it. I think Ipswich had like the best sponsor in football when you had Ed Sheeran, who's like this worldwide star and links to the area and supports the club. I thought that was a great story. I know Halo is a local company as well. I preferred. Look, I wasn't massive on the Premier League kit last year. I think the kit from 2 seasons ago was my favourite in recent times. But yeah, take it or leave it, I think, with the Ipswich one. Let me know your thoughts in the comments before you accuse me of implicit bias with whatever I say, basically. There is Middlesbrough. Is that our first? Castore pronunciation? Don't care. I don't think they've made a lot of effort here, Borough, to make this different. That looks very similar to, is it last season or 2 seasons ago? Maybe it's because they've had Unibet and 0% mission for a fair wee while, haven't they? I can see some detail there, a bit of a grid, a bit barcodey on the shirts, but they've got the red and the white to play with, haven't they, Borough? And I don't know. Is it that original? Am I being grumpy today? Could I be a bit more positive about some of these? I don't know. Where am I? Blackburn? I still think Blackburn's my favourite, and I've slandered Blackburn over the past few years and made the Blackburn fans very cross. I do that in the 1-24 predictions as well. Blackburn fans hate me, but there you go. We can be positive about them today, but not sure about Borough. Let me know your thoughts, and let me know if I'm wrong about that. We do so many kits now, don't we, when they change every year, and I have to do 3 of them. Millwall... badge in the middle, round neck, extremely plain. I don't know. Maybe I'm Tony Cascarino and Teddy Sheringham. I like a collar on Millwall. The colours bob on, but particularly the one I'm looking at on the left, it is very plain, and I'm not sure about a centralised badge there. I think didn't the Mike Guava have like fluorescent luminous green on it last time? So I think that might be a bit of an improvement, but I think they had the nice collar last year. Oh, God, I'm negative today, aren't I? I think there are other Millwall kits I have preferred. God, did you used to watch Big Brother and they used to go in the diary room? I want so-and-so to leave because there are other people I get on better with. It's a politician's answer, isn't it? But yeah, I've preferred other... bring back Husky chocolate, hey? Norwich! That's quite nice, isn't it? So I think this is another callback. Forgive me, I'm going to do a very Ipswich fan thing here. Is this a callback to the season where Brian Gunn does the missed kick and Robert Oliphant scores the own goal? I actually feel a bit sorry for Norwich when they're doing their kits, because it's a colour combination that's difficult to go with. I think they've softened the green over recent years. They've changed the badge as well, haven't they? But that's a pretty good effort. And I've got to say, I, like many of you, find Jake Humphries a bit dislikable and a bit of a buffoon from time to time with his world-class basics. But he sends himself up and is very funny and a great sport in the video as well. So well done, Jake. Not sure it beats Blackburn, but that's quite nice, that Norwich kit, isn't it? Oh, okay. I think that might be my favourite. Am I getting distracted by a very good-looking model, though? Maybe. This is where Norwich struggle, isn't it? The dark blue and the yellow, that works really nicely, doesn't it? Is that a Macron kit? I think that might be my favourite there, Oxford. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Nice and straightforward, good colour match. They're not trying to be too clever, not trying to reinvent the wheel. You're all going to say I'm just being distracted by the hot model, aren't you? We'll have another look at her for a few seconds. Shaylee won't watch this, will she? I think that might be my favourite. Go on, Oxford. There you go. That's my favourite so far. Oh my God. We're going to get into sponsor business now, aren't we? Spud Bros, everybody. Now, I did look it up. Spud Bros is a local story from Preston, but it's got the word Spud on the front of something that's going to be worn by, who's that? Frokje Jensen, by a professional athlete in great shape. You can't put the word Spud on a football shirt, can you? Oh, I'm going to get blowback for saying that. I actually really like the kit and the detail. I can't see. So I'm trying not to lean into the microphone and deafen you. Look kind of like the scales of justice in the background there. A little bit kind of Tottenham, Gascoigne era there, but Spud? Spud Bros? No. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. We can't have Spud. I need bloody Spud on a football shirt. The shirt's nice. I'm distracted by the sponsor. Sorry, North End fans. That's nice. Southampton. This is a callback to, we're not Matt Le Tissier or the Wallace brothers. I think we're back in the 70s. And Mick Shannon. Can I spin my arm around there? Look him up, kids. That works really nicely for me. I think we're Blackburn, Southampton, Oxford. There's an Alan Shearer link there. Blackburn and Southampton. Nice punchy red compared to what I was saying about Charlton. Yeah. Okay. Southampton's in the conversation here. Oh. Stoke have done waggly lines. Now, I'm going to be called a hypocrite here because sometimes I'm like, come on, do something original with the shirt. And Stoke's designers every year have to produce a red and white shirt, probably with a blue detail or is it dark black? Dark black. Dark blue or black, is it? I can't quite see. Often we get blue detail on the Stoke shirts. It just doesn't quite work for me there. But do you know what? I really applaud the balls of it. The effort of trying to do something out of the box. It's so hard to do, and they're damned if they do and damned if they don't. But no, I can't have my waggly lines on a Stoke shirt. No, I'm sorry. Let me know. That'll be down the middle there. Some people will say, well played, Stoke. That's brave. Done something fun and interesting with it. And some people will be a bit more traditionalist like me. So I'm sorry. Stoke's going in with Preston and maybe Millwall in the not overly keen pot there. This is going to be another sponsorship controversy, isn't it? Does that look like... Is there a Spanish team? What is giving me big Spanish vibes? Is there a Spanish team that does the like red and yellow fadey uppy thing? So look, I don't mind the shirt, but Mr. Toad, Mr. Q. Oh dear. We've had... Look, I first thought... Oh, spoiler alert on West Brom there. I first thought Mr. Q was like a tyre place or something. Do you remember that Watford shirt where it looked like a tyre print on it? Maybe that was subliminal messages. But they've written the word casino on it and they've made it blue. And we've heard that Watford wanted it to be black and Mr. Q is paying the big bucks here. So I'm sorry, Watford fans. No, and I normally like the red and yellow of Watford and the Hornets and Kelme and all of that, but no, Mr. Q's ruined it, hasn't it? Sorry. Last but not least, you've already seen it a few times. Now, this one is a 125-year celebration kit, and again, I remember talking to a West Brom fan last year when we did this. Like, come on, Ben, what are we supposed to do? Dark blue and white stripes has been ideal heating in the boiler sponsor for the longest time. I can see they've tried to do something flip reverse in the shoulders. They keep the ideal heating nice and calm, even though there is a green on dot, presumably to show that your boiler's on. It's quite nice. It's very classic, isn't it? But it's not necessarily jumping off the page for me. There we go. I've got through it. It's all subjective, guys. Please don't be offended by anything I've said. Do I look like the height of fashion with this haircut? For God's sake, no, I get enough grief for it every day in the YouTube comments. Right, best and worst. I'm going to go Stoke and Preston for worst. Preston, Spuds, and Watford for Mr. Q. Mr. Q, the ugliest of all the amphibians. And yes, Stoke have gone for the waggle. Even though I appreciate their bravery, it's not really working for me. So we're going to go Stoke, Watford, Preston, and Spud Bros. Sorry, if Spud Bros want to get in touch and sponsor the channel, I'll completely change my tune there. Times are hard here. Times are tough at Bloom Towers here. Towers, dearie me. And best, Oxford was lush, wasn't it? Really liked Oxford. And I like Blackburn as well, and I've been harsh on Blackburn in recent seasons. So that's where we are with the first 14 of the shirts. And let me know what you want me to do. We'll probably jump in with as many away shirts as we can. We tend to get the drip feed, don't we? The home shirts coming first, then aways and thirds. But I wanted to get started and get in there. And we'll do the proper review. Look, it's going to have to be in the week before the season because I think it was QPR I looked at. There's another one not coming out until August 1st as well. So we'll do the full final rankings. And let me know in the comments if you want Shaylee involved in this, because she will be finished with her school teaching assistant head, whatever her job title is, gig. So we can get Shaylee involved if you want her for the final calls. Let me know your best. Let me know your worst. Please stay calm. We're just being silly and ranking the shirts. People take it very seriously when I say I don't particularly like their home shirt. Who cares what I think? Yeah, you, evidently. But have a bit of fun with it. And it's a nice way to look at all the home kits of these great clubs in the EFL Championships. They're beautiful kits indeed. Have a look up there. And this is pertinent. I'm going to put my my interview with Kieran Maguire, because we do talk about gambling sponsorship up there. And down there, I will put the latest transfer update. And we can see which hot new signers are going to be wearing these new shirts.